Good afternoon. This is Chris. I almost like Catherine and Christopher. This is Christopher and Catherine with our On the Couch, the Friday afternoon bourbon edition. How you doing, Catherine?
I'm doing great.
Today is the Friday before Memorial Day. It's going to be a long Memorial Day weekend. Cheers to everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
Because it's raining and it's cold today?
Yes,
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
So On the Couch, the Friday afternoon bourbon edition, is our attempt to be humorous and helpful. Our attempt, didn't say we were successful, all right, to provide a little bit of insight about 401k plans, everything ERISA and Department of Labor. Today we think we have a good episode for you. It's entitled, Have You Fertilized, Pruned, or Watered Your 401k Plan Lately? Any comments yet, Catherine?
I read a cool book where the guy actually grew some mushrooms in his book.
And that's not the same thing.
I'm just saying.
Thanks.
We're watering our 401k plan. I
We're
wonder
watering.
what comes out of it.
Okay, we'll
I'm
be
being
right.
very literal.
Very. We'll be right back. Okay, thank you very much. So now, before we go on into our helpful tips,
Are we going to have one of our little treats?
what treats?
We have treats.
No, we're not having.
Okay, just checking.
Um.
Only the best for me.
Oh, thank you. Washington update, Kristina?
Yeah.
What do we got?
Believe it or not, they did something. Well, somebody did something.
Who did something?
Elizabeth Warren and
Oh.
Steve Daines.
Okay.
They reintroduced the Retirement Savings Lost and Found Act of 2021. They started
Wow.
out in 2016.
That's a
So-
long time to call for. That's a long time to use numbers for.
Yeah,
adding
and
to
then
see.
they went into every Congress since 2016. They keep reintroducing this bill, and it doesn't go anywhere. So they're hoping that this year will be different and that we will come out with a bill. Now, they have discovered that 30% of all employees leave their retirement accounts behind when they go, and that between 2004 and 2014, separated employees left behind 16 million accounts
That's
with
a count.
$5,000 or less, and with an aggregate value of $8.5 billion with a B. So there's a marketplace there.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are they hoping to accomplish with this bill?
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
What it doesn't require any more additional reporting by the plan sponsors.
Okay.
But it makes it easier for the plan sponsors to invest the money in like TDFs for the
Okay.
participants.
Aggregate
So
funds,
it's not
right.
just in a money market sitting
Okay,
there doing
right.
not much. But it would require plan sponsors to send lost or uncashed checks to the Office of Retirement Savings Lost and Found, so that participants have a chance of finding their money again.
So this is a new department that makes it easier for people to find their lost money.
Exactly.
Holy crap! And people are saying no to this?
Well, it was 2016 when they first introduced it. Stop and think.
Oh, sorry. I thought this before. Okay. Yes, I'm now doing calendar math in my head. Forgive me.
Okay. Secure Act 2.0 also has a provision for lost pension money,
Okay.
and Rob Portman and Ben Cardin
Yeah.
have also introduced a Retirement Security and Savings Act of 2021. And so somewhere we think these three things will come together and converge into a usable system.
Well, that would be very helpful.
Wouldn't it though?
Holy cow.
I mean, how many people left a job in their 20s and they haven't been back to that
Raise his
company
hand, yeah.
since
Is that a
then?
question or just self-identifying
No, I think it's
yourself?
self-identifying. Yeah.
And there's money there, but they're like, oh, I was young, it wasn't very much money. Well,
So they don't. Yeah.
over
what the
time
SSA
it
is
should
supposed to
grow.
No. The Social Security Administration is not involved in this at all.
Yeah,
Not
this
anymore.
is something.
Since 12, 13,
Well, they
something
have,
like that?
the only thing that the Social Security Administration does is to note if you apply for your retirement Social Security benefits, they will tell you if your previous plans told them that they have money for you,
Okay. Yeah.
which is not always accurate.
No. Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully somebody somewhere.
How many accounts did you say? 16 million?
16
16 million.
million accounts
With
with
left.
8
So that's a
point,
really long thing of little tapes, little numbers to take off.
yes, but the
I am number.
8.5 billion
number.
is even more.
That's a lot of money. Wow.
That's a lot of money.
Holy
When you
cow.
consider those are just the accounts that are $5,000 or
And
less.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kristina, for that Washington update. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of flabbergasted that I think that's a really good rule. That's great.
I think it would be great if they could actually come together. It's always a bipartisan
Right.
team that is submitting it, so hopefully
Okay, cool.
we'll have something.
And what I had no idea that was going to be the Washington update, but it actually ties in perfectly.
That's why you come to these meetings, right?
Yes, it is. I come here so I have an idea as to what's going on in the world. No, but this was a really good. This actually feeds in or pairs in really well with what we're talking about today, and that is: have you watered? Have you pruned? Have you fertilized your 401k plan? Have you done that, Catherine?
Yeah,
Yeah, you do it all the time.
I trim and do things all the time.
So the idea is that this is a little bit of a helpful idea for financial advisors because they're always wanting to, well, I'm being asked a lot, what they can do to differentiate themselves. And what we found out from other statistics and other episodes is that plan sponsors are actually looking for help to maintain the plan. All right. Now, so just as we have somebody to help us with the lawn, we don't mow the lawn anymore. We have somebody do it, all right? But the lawn's being maintained, all right? The 401k plan is very similar in that somebody needs to be touching it every so often. Or is HR going to get mad at me for that?
No.
Okay. So, why we were thinking about this was, what was the name of that list you gave me?
The objectives.
No, it was a list of all the changes that have happened in the past 3 or 4 years.
Yes, it's
Right.
the IRS list of updates. Yeah.
Right. So, and the thing is, the IRS is constantly updating what needs to be inside 401k plan. It's not always last year. I mean, last year we had the CARES Act, COVID-related distributions, COVID-related loans. There's lots of changes. We've got the Secure Act. All right. This is not a one-time event. They're always making these kinds of little changes, and the plan sponsors need help from people like advisors and like really good TPAs to help them keep their plan up to date. And that's why we're talking about the pruning and watering and fertilizing, right?
And it's also not like it used to be that every 6 years when you would update to all of the current law.
Right.
And now you're not doing that. Current law is hanging on out there in the ethers somewhere while you're doing a restatement that's a few provisions
Right. And
from
we're-
a few years ago.
And we could have some more mandatory updates while we're doing the amendment and restatement process.
Exactly.
So it's constantly maintaining it.
Con-
Little snips and clips and shaping.
Yeah, it's not one. So is a 401k plan a bonsai tree?
No, we want it bigger than
You want
that.
a bigger
It's,
topiary. Oh, that's
it's
a
more
good-
like a Vancouver
large-
hedge.
A large, a large maintained garden.
There we go. All
Yeah.
right.
Think more of Burnham and some of the big gardens.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Anything else to add to this, Catherine?
Oh, we're just saying keep up with your plan.
Keep up with your plan.
Keep up with your plan.
So be proactive with reaching out to your plan sponsors to let them know that their plan needs to be pruned, watered, or fertilized.
And
they-
contact their TPA if you're not sure.
I understand. Thank you. Oh, that's a good idea. Would that be us?
It could be.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
Friday.
It's Friday. Very much it's Friday.
Friday.
We're trying to make this a short video, all right? Because I'm sure other people want to get out for the weekend. So thank you very much. If you've anything to add, Filippo, are we good?
We're good.
Did we miss anything? All right. Okay. So any comments, questions, concerns, reach us at
hunterbenefits.com or sales@hunterbenefits.com.
and like, subscribe, share, comment, and all that other good stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Take care.